Hello everyone and welcome to The Break Run. My name is Frank.
And my name's Kevin, and today we're going to be discussing the increased trend of season-long dining passes being sold to season pass holders throughout theme parks in the United States.
So one of the big increased trends, besides just an increased sale and volume of season passes, is a season pass dining plan. So it first started with Six Flags a few years ago, where they announced for like $80 you get this pass, and for every time you come to the park you get a free meal and drink, and it's been just consuming the industry now.
Yeah, absolutely. When Six Flags first announced this, I was kind of like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
I personally thought it was a silly idea. However, when I would visit Six Flags during those times, you would see around dinner time the park would get busy.
Yeah.
All of the locals who bought the pass would come just for dinner, and they would show up to the park just to eat dinner, maybe ride a few rides and leave.
And now the big reason why they're doing this is to get more people in the park, because obviously once they get through those gates, they're going to be spending more. They already have free food, but if they take some friends along too,
right,
they're going to be paying for food, and then you're going to be paying for other stuff like merchandise and desserts and stuff. So the more people enter the gates, the more profit the theme parks will get in the long run.
Absolutely. And you said something about like bringing your friends.
Yeah.
Like I had a season pass, but I didn't buy the season dining pass. But I had a couple friends that I went to Six Flags with all the time that had the season dining pass.
So now they get the food, so now you have to buy food.
So they would be like, well, before we leave, I want to get my free meal, and I was like, well, I don't have any desire to eat, but while I'm here, I might as well just eat. So it's increased revenue for the park, which is genius.
Yeah.
Not only that, you have the season pass holders coming in all the time, and they're more likely to stop in a gift shop and say, oh, look at this, maybe I should pick this up, yada, yada, yada. And
exactly.
I think ultimately it's a way to increase in-park spending, which is genius.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to see other parks doing this. For example, SeaWorld Orlando just started its pass member dining plan.
Yeah.
For $80, you can get all season dining 365 days a year in 2017.
Yeah. So SeaWorld they've been struggling, as we always talk about on The Break Run. So I think this is the latest way to get people in the park, because right now a lot of their clientele is foreign travelers who they don't really know about all the Blackfish controversy. They just go for a fun day at SeaWorld on their vacation here. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to bring back the locals back in the park. So they're saying they finally got all the stuff in the back away. So they're saying the locals, come on back in the park. Here's only $80. They're gonna come more often. You get free food. So as we talk about, it's gonna help with their profits. But there's gonna be some people who are gonna go a lot. They're gonna go a few times a week. So SeaWorld might lose money off them, but they're going to be coming to the park in park profit.
Right, and you said a majority of the people that come to SeaWorld are international visitors.
Yeah.
One thing that SeaWorld is starting to do is, out of the 3 big parks in Orlando, you're starting to see them focus more on the locals and the pass holders. And that's something, SeaWorld is starting to become more of a regional park.
Yes.
And I think that's the best thing for them to do. But what they're doing is their pass holder program is unparalleled to any other pass holder program in the country. You're seeing SeaWorld offer their pass holders a free merchandise item every single month.
Yep.
You're seeing them have exclusive pass member events every single month. You're seeing them do different things all the time. And it's just, it shows that their focus is on getting the season pass holders.
Yeah.
Now Six Flags is the same way. They're focused on selling the passes.
Yeah, but with Six Flags, they kind of been cheaping out over the years. I remember back in the day, 5 years ago, whenever they used to have like free bring a friend like every month, but now it's like bring a friend for $30 now instead of free. It used to have free games, but now it's like a few dollar off games. So they've been kind of cheaping out on that end.
Absolutely right. But their pass sales are skyrocketing.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying. I mean, it's just one of the things that SeaWorld's still doing free stuff when Six Flags isn't.
Right. But with any park that's starting out this program, they're going to give you a lot of free stuff in the beginning to get more people to buy the pass.
Exactly.
Then once people start buying the pass, then it's like, okay, we don't
it's a smart incentive. It's a smart incentive because I mean, if you think about it, just with like SeaWorld, annual pass is $168. But to get into the park once, it's like $100. So why not just buy annual pass? And it's good to market and sell. Besides this, you get free stuff. You get 50% free parking. You get 50% off tickets for your friends. Why not get it?
Right.
And
absolutely.
And another $80 to get free food for a full year.
It's a no-brainer. It
Yeah.
really isn't. And especially the food. Well, I recently had the opportunity to go test out this at SeaWorld Orlando.
Yeah.
And the food that you get, I got a $20 meal for free.
And there's a lot of variety too. It's not just burgers and fries. I know they have like Expedition Cafe. They have Chinese and Italian food. And there's just so much stuff you get that people who weren't gonna buy annual pass, they buy annual pass just because of this.
Right, absolutely. So now my question for you is, where do you think we're going to see this trend going forward? Do you think we're going to see majority of parks? We haven't really seen Cedar Fair really get into this. Is Cedar Fair going to be doing it? We're going to be looking at Palace Entertainment doing this.
Yeah.
Is this trend going to die, or do you think it'll continue on for the
I don't think it's going to die, but I don't think it's going to explode. I think there's a chance we might see Cedar Fair get into it, maybe like Cedar Point, for just Cedar Point, and that's it. But I don't think we're going to see the big resort parks. Like, we're not going to see Disney do it. We're not going to see Universal do it.
Right.
We're not going to see like the small family-owned parks like a Knoebels adapt it. I think it's going to stay at Six Flags, SeaWorld, more or less that style parks. At Six Flags, we haven't really seen it as popular as it was a few years ago when they first rolled it out. So I think maybe they're going to tweak it in a little bit, but I think it's going to be here to stay. It's not going to die out next year or whatever.
One other thing Six Flags with I said SeaWorld has a remarkable pass holder program, which they do, but Six Flags I feel like they're always on the cutting edge of their passes.
Yeah.
One thing that they're starting to do now is a season shopping pass.
Yeah, that's also interesting too.
So what do you think about that? Basically, the season shopping pass is you pay another fee in addition to your pass, and then you can get free merchandise / in-park discounts on your pass.
Yeah.
So it's almost like these season passes are becoming like airlines. So, you pay for American or United or Delta, you get everything in it, it's more expensive. So there's some parks that are like that, but then there's other parks that are like Frontier Airlines where you pay for a low fare, but then once you get to the fare, you have to pay a seat fee and then a carry-on fee and then a baggage fee. So it's like, what do you think about this?
It's interesting. I mean, it's not for everyone. I have no interest in buying that much merchandise at a theme park, but there's some people that would eat it up.
Right.
They would. It's an incentive. Like, oh, I wouldn't be spending that much in a gift shop, but now with this, I'm gonna be spending twice as much more.
Right.
So it's good for profit. It's smart.
You're absolutely right. And there's some parks, for example, like a Disney or Universal, where you pay your annual pass fee and it's sky high. But then once you pay that fee, you do get the discounts. You get food discounts. You get parking.
Absolutely.
But then Six Flags, if you pay for a season pass, it's almost the same price as a one-day ticket. So you're like, well, why wouldn't I get the season pass? But then you have to pay the same price for a parking pass. Mm-hmm. And then you have to pay the same price for a dining pass and a shopping pass.
Yeah.
So it's a low-cost way. It's like when Frontier Airlines has their deals, oh my gosh, $70 round-trip flight. Well, there's a bunch of hidden fees involved in it. So there's definitely, like you said, there's two markets to it, and there's two ways to do it, and I think both can be equally successful. Yeah. But it's just interesting to see the different trends going on throughout the industry.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let us know what you guys think. Do you guys like the season dining pass? Are any of you guys season dining pass holders at your own local parks? If you are, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below.
As always, thank you so much for watching our videos. Please click thumbs up, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube for more coming theme park videos.
Thank you so much for making us a part of your day, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. I don't think it's gonna explode anymore.